Good morning. Welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore, and to welcome CSLGB and all our extended family across the country and across the world. We make a difference here, and I invite you to just share this time with us. Today's theme is no approval needed. So, I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and release. Take another deep breath in and release. Take a third deep breath in, releasing and just allowing yourself to just sink into the silence. So allow yourself to step down a set of stairs, going further down. Take one step down, 2 steps down, 3, the third step down, the 4th step down, the 5th step down. And at the bottom of the stairs, you come to a landing. And you are in the place where you are the most peaceful and the most happy, be it your home, the beach, the mountains, anywhere that you are most comfortable. And allow yourself to see to your left a chair and to your right a mirror. Kindly step into the chair and sit there. Allow yourself just to relax into this chair. Your feet relax, your lower legs, your upper legs, your pelvis, your abdomen, your chest, your arms, your neck, and finally your face. Now look into the mirror and look into the image of you. What do you feel about you? Do you love yourself? Do you feel worthy? Do you feel that something is missing? If so, what do you think is missing? Why do you think you're unworthy? Why don't you love yourself? Is it because someone told you so and you believe them? Did you buy into somebody's comment or your own thoughts that said, I'm not worthy? I'm not good enough. or any other negative thing you could say to yourself. Whatever the story that you bought about yourself, or whatever the story in which you felt like you needed others' approval, just ask the divine mind and the divine heart that you are just to help you let it go. Release it in light and love. It served you, yet it no longer serves you. Just release and let go. Now allow yourself to look into the mirror. You are not a human being having spiritual experiences. You are a spiritual being having human experiences. Repeat after me. I am made of God's stuff. I am the image of God that I am. I am worthy to have all that I need because I am the divine expression of God in form. I love me. And I need no approval to be myself. and to love myself. I embrace all that I am. And I choose to live authentically and completely. Just sit in the silence and drink it in. Now allow yourself to look in the mirror and see the God that you are looking back at you. The God that you are says, I am worthy. I am love. I am everything. Feel that oneness, that I am worthy. I am love. I am everything. And I approve of myself. Now allow yourself to stand up and move back to the stairs. Take the first step up. Take the second step up. Take the third step up. Take the fourth step up. Take the fifth step up, coming up to the landing. And at this moment, remind yourself that I need no one's approval. And open your eyes. And walk forward in life with that fact that I am God in form and I need no approval. So it is.
Good morning, CSO Greater Baltimore. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday morning. The song's called Beautiful Day. I think I played it for you guys before, but it's a reminder to just wake up and declare that the day is beautiful. So I want you to do that right now. And if you feel so inclined, or maybe even more so if you don't feel inclined, get up and maybe dance. Flail your arms around like a crazy person. I mean, I was just dancing really hardcore just now. I'm surprised you can't see the sweat on my forehead. Here we go. I wake up early and I see the sun. I don't know how it does it every day. It rises up and then it falls again. But only to die away. Look in the mirror and I see myself. I don't know how I do it every day. Standing on this big blue rock, not knowing what I'm doing here. Still believing there's a reason, keep on keeping on my way. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I am going to show up and show out in this life. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Come on now, baby. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I am thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, and I'm ready to play. Look at the clock, it's running day and night. Got no control in those hands. A little soldier just marching through time. I'm so glad I am not a clock, I am alive, and I can choose to dance each time I open my eyes. That's when I get to decide how I am gonna show up and show out in this life. Everybody get up now, baby. Oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up, yeah, yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I say everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I declare it to be so. Everybody get up and so it is. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I say get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. Say with me, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, say it, get up, say it to yourself and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I am thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, and I'm ready to play. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody, yes, that means you get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful. I declare it, it's a beautiful day, and so it is. It's a beautiful day. Good morning.
I'm on mute. Okay, so we just figured out that I was on mute all this time. So, welcome to CSL Greater Baltimore Sunday service. I'm Dana Cole, your host, and our speaker today is Eugene Holden, uh, esteemed licensed spiritual practitioner. And our musician today is Jesse Powers, who had us up and dancing this morning already. Serving as today's practitioner is Frank Mastoris, who led in the pre service meditation. I want to thank you all for your service. And now, Frank is going to lead us in, us in our opening prayer.
Good morning, everybody. I know there is one power, one presence, one essence that knows only itself. And itself is love. Itself is peace. Itself is joy. Itself is abundance. Itself is laughter. Itself is divine, perfect expression on all levels. And I am one with this thing. And because I am one with this thing, I too love myself. I too am peaceful. I too am joyful. I am abundant. And because I am one with it, every single one of us is part and parcel of this one thing called God. Inseparable. In this very moment, I know that this service is done in divine perfection. God loves itself. I know that this service is beautiful, that Jesse's fabulous music graces us with its divine presence, bringing joy and laughter. I know Eugene in his talk today about no approval needed rips the veil of shame and guilt away, that the truth of God that we are in all things is perfect, and that this flows in divine, magnificent order. I know this. I feel this. I love this. And I am this. And I give thanks. I give thanks because I know that the divine perfection of God is expressed in this very moment. This service is done in divine perfection. And I release this. I release this knowing it's done and it is perfect and it is good and it is loved. And so it is.
Every honoring the world's religion. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. With the lighting of these candles on the first Sunday of each month, we honor each person on their select path, and we bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each path, each practice, and in each person. Now for announcements. So, study, learn, and grow with us with the Thursday night study group. Visit cslgreaterbaltimore.com to learn how to participate and enroll in the discovery class if you would like to become a member. For a full list of events, you can visit our website, cslgreaterbaltimore.com or .org, and we'd be happy to have you join us. So, what we're having this coming Saturday, April 1st at 2 p.m., is a workshop, really more like a community gathering for navigating transitions. You know, as many of you know, we have been virtual since COVID, and now we're in discussions about transitioning to in person service. And this is our opportunity next Saturday to come and share about that. So, let's have this conversation. We have a workshop, and then we will share about our thoughts about the location, because that's what we're considering to have our services at Hill House Conference Room at Rusco Mansion. And that's where we'll have this Navigating Transitions workshop as well. It will be at 4801 Yellowwood Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21209. And if you are attending, please email CSL Greater Baltimore at gmail.com. Or if you go to our website, you will see info at cslgreaterbaltimore.org. So if you have an opportunity to join us this Saturday, please do. We will also have this online, but we really think it's important for everyone to be in the space so we can kind of give it a test run and show you what the growth plans are as we grow into Rusco Mansion Community Health Center. Join us Sunday, April the 2nd, after service in the Zoom room. Uh, this will also help with us together putting together a vision and expanding uh, what the center is and can be. We're also seeking ways to volunteer. With the start of the new center, we'll need our hospitality team and hosting because we'll still be providing some hybrid services as well. And also, we'll all, like every nonprofit organization, we always need fundraising and grant writing. And so, for a full list of how you can join us and with the opportunities that we have for you to volunteer, uh, you can go to cslgreaterbaltimore.com for more. Prayer works. I think we all know this. And if you don't, you have an opportunity to pray with someone after service in our Zoom room. Because we as a community know and continue to treat and move our feet, knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. So prayer requests can also be sent to info at cslgreaterbaltimore.org. So it is. Jesse Powers, who hey, if you missed this morning's uh pre-service music, you missed something. You have to go back and watch the replay. So I just want to let you know that yes, it was hotness and all that. So Jesse Powers is the self-proclaimed joy reminderer and conscious indie pop musician in Columbus, Ohio. With her tumbling vocal stylings, powerhouse melodies, and infectious energy, Jessie Powers seeks to awaken and entertain those who listen. Her poignant and playful lyricism set atop catchy melodies create a musical skydiving experience, a long lyrical jump into the depths of the human heart, softened by a parachute of body moving instrumentation. Wasting no time, her penetrating and positive songs fly straight into the body and soul. She often shares her music at countrywide spiritual gatherings and in the Unity and Centers for Spiritual Living communities, appearing at the Vista Conference, the CSL Ministers Conference, SOAR, and the CSL Teen Summer Camp. In addition, she can be found playing at local venues in her home base of Columbus, Ohio. Her debut album, Begin, was released in November 2017, and her second full length album, To Remember, was released in the summer of 2021. You can stream her music on all platforms and find out more at jessiepowers.com. I give you Jessie Powers.
Thank you for that beautiful intro. So, we're going to prepare our minds and our souls to just receive the message that Rev Eugene has for us today. No approval is needed. So if you feel like singing along, please do. You'll learn the words quickly. Otherwise, just breathe deeply. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough, and I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am enough. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. I am enough. I am enough. I have enough. I have enough. I do enough. I do enough, and I am loved. Say it again, right on your heart. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough, and I am loved. One more time. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. I do enough. And I am loved. I am loved. I am Let's sing it together. I am enough. I have enough. I do enough. And I am loved. I am enough. I have enough. I had enough. I do enough, and I am loved.
Wow, that was just beautiful, Jesse. Absolutely beautiful. We need to sing that together. I was harmonizing. Next, we'll have Frank Mastoris, a religious science practitioner who will share with us a spiritual practice. Frank was raised Catholic, and as he grew, he was more determined to find and experience of the divine or God. He felt this overriding desire to find God. Frank began to explore his own spirituality using prayer, meditation, the Bible, and the Rosary as a means of exploring his spirituality. He had this experience of feeling overwhelmingly connected to God and loved. Though he did not realize it, he felt as if he was love itself. Frank has been involved with religious science since 1992 and a licensed practitioner since 2014. As a traveling health professional, he has visited religious science churches throughout the country. He has felt this call for over 40 years to live and share a life of oneness with and as the divine expression of all life. Frank's spiritual work is to always call others to their deeper awareness of the divine within, throughout, and about their lives. Frank's spiritual work is to call all to the deep awareness of God as themselves. I give you Frank Mastoris.
Good morning again. Our spiritual practice is going to be an affirmation that we are going to repeat just for a short time, just to anchor it in our consciousness, both our consciousness and our subconscious. And it goes simply like this: I love me. I need no approval. I'm going to do it again for you. I love me. I need no one's approval. So follow along with me and say it with me. I love me. I need no one's approval. 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 And so it is.
Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
So, our esteemed speaker today is Eugene D. Holden. Eugene is a licensed spiritual counselor and practitioner of distinction, studying new thought of, and science of mind and spirit for over 30 years. Eugene served as department manager for Centers for Spiritual Living for 10 years, running the World Ministry of Prayer. Eugene also served 2 years as a facilitator and trainer for Centers for Spiritual Living's Diversity and Inclusion Commission. After 15 years, Eugene continues to be a well loved contributor to the science of mind, inspiring lives around the world. Eugene is an experienced process training facilitator who has led group sessions at Agape International Spiritual Center, Unity of Colorado, Centers for Spiritual Living, and various spiritual centers nationally and internationally. Eugene currently runs a successful counseling and coaching practice both in person and online. Eugene allows vision to guide him. It is prayer that fuels him. Eugene is deeply committed to his purpose of joyfully assisting others to remember who and what they truly are, divine beings of light. Eugene believes that together we can reveal the kingdom of heaven right here on earth. I do too. What is heaven? Heaven is ever expanding good. And I give you Eugene Holden.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Dana. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Centers for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore. Thank you for everyone who is love streaming today. It is so great to be back with you. And man, am I feeling fantastic. You know, the year theme for Centers for Spiritual Living is living out loud. I want to add 2 words: living and loving out loud. See, we are here to live and love out loud. Now, the theme for the month is cultivating authenticity. So, in order for us to live and love out loud, we are being called to cultivate our authenticity. Now, we had a beautiful example of someone being their authentic self, spirit revealing itself as Jesse Powers. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Jesse, thank you so much for sharing your gifts and your talents and waking us up and getting us up to dance and reminding us that we are enough. I want to give thanks for Frank for the pre-service meditation, the prayer, and the spiritual practice. And I want to thank Dana Cole for not only being the host, but what you don't know is Dana is also working in the background. She is that person behind the curtain producing this particular event on this Sunday celebration. These are examples of living and loving out loud, cultivating authenticity. So I want to do a recap. So the first week of cultivating authenticity for this monthly theme, we were talking about be yourself because everybody else is taken. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. But sometimes, some of us may have grown up in households or in societies where we were told that we had to be certain things. Like maybe parents said, well, you are going to be a doctor, or you're going to be a lawyer. You're going to be whatever they were directing you to be. And there was something inside, something within that individual that knew that was not their path. That was not who they were here to be, who they were created to be, what they were created to be. Right? But now some of them, I'm one of them actually. We tend to go along with that story, with that path, in trying to be what others want us to be. And man, as we continue to do that, if we continue to do that, we can start to experience discomfort, dis-ease. We start to start building this feeling of anger and resentment. There's something that's on the inside that is saying, no, there is more to this. I am not to be this. And then we wonder why we stumble through life. Well, it could be that we are not being ourselves. Be yourself. Everybody else is taken. We are here to cultivate authenticity. Brene Brown writes in her book, The Gifts of Imperfection, authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. Oh, man. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. Embracing who we are. Sometimes that can be hard because somehow, somewhere along the line, we have been miseducated to perhaps dislike ourselves. I don't understand that. I don't get how that has been done. And somehow it continues. I'm sure if I thought about it, I can come up with, with how it was done. Well, actually, I do know, right? Parents with their beautiful intentions, maybe, can sometimes crush a child's spirit by saying you will never be enough, right? Or that child brings home an art piece that they're so proud of, and the parent either doesn't pay any attention to it or goes, what is this supposed to be, right? So then that part we start to shrink. We start to shrink, and then we start to put on masks, which takes us to our second week, dropping the masks in bushels. Interesting fact. The word personality, and we all have personality, walk, personality. We all have a personality. The definition of personality is persona. The definition of persona is mask. So we all put on these different masks, right? We all put on these different personalities depending on what it is that we're doing. It's an interesting thing that at work I may have one personality, but when I'm with my friends that I grew up with, I have a different personality. So I'm wearing this mask, right? And so it's kind of hard to mix the two together, or it seems to be hard. But what that is also doing is having us not live our authentic selves. We are not being who we are here to be. We are not being ourselves. So what we want to do, we want to learn in cultivating authenticity. We want to learn to drop the mask. And how do we do this? First, by recognizing that we're wearing a mask here. How do we do this? We walk into a situation and we are very aware of how we want to present ourselves in this situation. So what are we doing? We are putting on a mask to fit that situation. Now, that mask can be a part of our authentic selves. More than likely, it's not, because I'm not going to speak the same way in this particular environment, which could be a good thing, right? Professional wise, that's the same way that I speak with my friends, because the way I speak with my friends, sometimes there are choice, colorful words that come out in the conversation, right? But still, we want to learn to drop the masks. See, we want to learn to take off the mask that tells people who we are not. We show up with the mask, hoping that they will like us, not being our authentic selves. We want to learn how to let go of those masks. Man, I remember working in a doctor's office as an optician, working with patients. And I remember saying every day when we open the doors, it's showtime. And I remember saying that to coworkers with a great big smile, and I really meant it from a place of joy. It's showtime. And then after the shift was over, and the curtains came down, I realized that I was pretending. I had this mask on, right? Now, I really did love the work that I did, and it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. But it also taught me that we as human beings that are so divine, we are divinely human and humanly divine. We as human beings have the ability to show up any way that we want to. Wow, this is beautiful, because in the way, and the reason why we can do that is because we are created in the spiritual image, the spiritual likeness, and out of the spiritual nature of the divine, that one power, that one intelligence that creates all that there is. So if we are one with all that there is, then I can show up as anything that I wish to show up as. Beautiful and powerful. And we want to learn to drop our mask in cultivating our authenticity. Because as we start to drop our masks, we start to live from our authentic being. Now, as we become more authentic within ourselves, now we start to let people know what our boundaries are, which takes us to our third week. Boundaries build bridges. Now, what this really means is that we teach people how to treat us. Think about that. We teach people how to treat us. So if I don't set up any boundaries for myself, I teach people that they can step all over me. Then I become a doormat. But that's not living and loving out loud. Allowing people to step over me, to step on me, using me as a doormat is not me, loving myself. If I'm not loving myself, how can I live and love out loud? I can't. So it's imperative that we create boundaries for ourselves. That we get to say, taking off the masks, right? That, the way that you're talking to me doesn't work for me. Now, did you catch the tone of my voice in that? The way that you're talking to me doesn't work for me. I'm coming from a place of authenticity, and I'm coming from a place of love. That doesn't work for me. So let's talk about what works. Let me set up some boundaries. I would love it if, I can hear you better when you come to me this way, so that I can hear you. Because when people come at us with anger or with venom or with whatever, with pisosity or whatever it is, and they're coming with their hands up, well, what do? We put up our defenses. How can I hear what's really going on? Because what they're really wanting to express is coming from a place of being hurt. So let me inform that person, I can't hear you. This doesn't work for me, right? So please don't talk to me in this way. Please don't treat me in this way, right? So we are to set up boundaries as we are cultivating our authenticity, because it is our intention to live and love out loud, living and loving out loud. That's our intention. That's our intention for being here, really. Our intention for being here, what is the meaning of life? It's to live it, right? And the best way to live it is to love it. Love living it, living and loving out loud. Be your authentic self. So as we build boundaries, we start to allow people to love us, right? Because as we build boundaries for ourselves, people then also find that they can build their own boundaries. And these boundaries that build bridges are cultivating and coming from this place of love, place of knowing that we are enough. I am good enough to build a boundary. I am good enough to let people know what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And always coming from a place of love. Always coming from a place of knowing that because I am enough, because you are enough, because we are enough, no approval is needed. which brings us to this week, right? So living and loving out loud, cultivating authenticity, no approval is needed. So remember, going back to the first week, be yourself, everybody else is taken. So when we start to cultivate being ourselves, when we start really standing truthfully and boldly in who we are, oh my God, now we are starting to show up as the presence of the divine. We are starting to show up as that infinite intelligence that has recreated itself as you, me, and we, right? That infinite intelligence is now showing up. We are allowing it to show up as our authentic selves. So, because some of us are here to express creativity through music, Jesse Powers. Some of us are here to show our and reveal ourselves through all of the things that we get to do, right? That all of the hats that we get to wear, like Dana Cole this morning. And then we get to living from our authentic selves because we don't need any approval. Then we get to do the spiritual practice. We get to do the praying for the service. We get to do the pre-service meditation like my brother Frank Mastoris. See, now we get to be who we are here to be because we are no longer looking to the outside for approval. Now, I know none of you have done this, but me and some of your friends, me and the people you work with, yeah, well, I've done that. We've done that, looking for approval from outside. And I got to be honest with you, I still catch myself doing that even to this day. And I catch myself going, what are you talking about? What are you looking for approval for? And how do we know that we're looking for approval from outside? Very simple example. You call somebody, you leave a message, or you text somebody, and they don't call you back in that day. They don't send the text back that same day. Now that mind, that little monkey mind, starts to run, right? It starts to jabber and start to talk about, well, why didn't they give me a call back? Because I need to talk to them. Why aren't they texting me back? Is this something that I've done? So what I'm really doing is seeking approval from the outside source. See, now that's just a simple example, but it goes deeper, right? It goes deeper. So what we are wanting to do as we are cultivating our authenticity is to find out within ourselves, where am I seeking approval from outside of me? So many times we are looking for what people think about us. I wonder what they're thinking about me. I wonder what they think about this. I wonder how they think about the way I dress. I wonder how they think about the way I speak, looking for approval, right? From outside. Here's the thing, my brothers and sisters. It's not important what others think about you. What's important is how you think about you. Terry Cole Whitaker has a book that I think that was back in the late 90s that came out. And the title is, What You Think About Me Is None of My Business. What you think about me is none of my business. What my business is how I think about myself. And that's important. See, because what we think about, we bring about. So if I'm thinking about myself, if I'm thinking that I am not enough, we are surrounded by a universal intelligence. We are surrounded by a law that takes our thoughts, backed by our feelings, and then creates the experience to prove us right. So when I am thinking and feeling that I am not enough, guess what? I am going to experience the not enoughness, right? So what we are to do is to approve of ourselves. So when it says that no approval is needed, I want to correct that and say the only approval that is necessary, the only approval that is needed is that we approve of ourselves. Jesse, thank you for that song. I am enough. I give enough. I receive enough. I am love. I am love. That's why we are here. We are here to be loved. We are here to teach love. We are here to receive love. We are love. We are here to love, be loved, and be loving and be lovable. Yes, be lovable. We want to create a way for people to love us. We want to be our authentic selves so that it's not that we are doing it so that people can love us, because we want to be careful about that, because I want to be a certain way so that I can have people love me. But now I'm still looking for approval from outside. No, let me just be the loving person that I am. And that loving person, that lovable person attracts the love from others because it speaks to the love within them. I love words, and I love the word lovable, to be lovable, right? But also to be able to love. Having the ability to love. You probably have heard me speak about this before. Unconditional love. And we've heard that phrase used many times throughout the years, right? Unconditional love. I love you unconditionally, which means I love you no matter what, without condition, no matter what you have said or not said, no matter what you've done or have not done. I love you anyway. Now, that's a pretty big thing to really embody, right? To love someone no matter what, no matter what. Now, let's go deeper and let's go bigger. Let's turn that upon ourselves. Do you love yourself unconditionally? See, if we're cultivating authenticity, we're being called to love ourselves unconditionally. Now, that means that I love myself no matter what I've done or haven't done. I love myself no matter what I've said or didn't say. All of the mistakes, I bless them. I forgive myself. I love myself enough to forgive me. There's a song, I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender. I'm ready for my change. So, in closing, in concluding what cannot be concluded, we are here to cultivate our authenticity so that we may live and love out loud. Or as my mentor, the Reverend Reginald Nirvana Gale would say, living and loving to the max. Cultivate your authenticity by being yourself. Know that you are supported by the divine intelligence that not only creates everything, but supports everything, including you. Be who you are here to be without hesitation, without any apologies. You are here to be the light of the infinite. Peace and abundant blessings.
Well, thank you, Reverend Eugene. I'm going to sing a song right now about walking to the beat of your own drum. So let this be the day when you quit your terrible job that you've forced yourself into, of being somebody that you're not, and seeking approval from everybody else by twisting and turning yourself into 1,000 little sailor's knots. Let's not do that anymore. We're quitting our job. You stumble home and you don't know what to do. It's the last day working there. You've been waiting on this moment for years, and now it's finally here. The last time that the world was so open was when you were 21. Now you're watching the chapter close. You see the infinite possibilities of the next one. It can be so relieving. Moments like this, bittersweet sense of relief. next part is those moments when you catch yourself doing that same thing over again. And you think, oh, maybe I should go back to that old way of life. Thoughts drift to the people you miss, and maybe the beliefs that you miss because they were more comfortable than these are. And for a moment, you think you'd go back if you could. But then you remember that you're spending the day chasing rays, walking barefoot in the woods. So go take your liberty, go on and travel the world. Go take your liberty and set your soul loose on the open road. Wake up early just to get to the sunrise, or be reminded of the purpose of being alive. Feel that sweet sense of freedom. Let the pieces and the parts of who you really are start marching to the beat of your drum, to the beat, 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 beat of your drum, beat of your drum, to the beat, 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 beat. And when you're marching to the beat of your own drum, you walk different, you talk different, you look different, you are different. Because you're finally aligning with your soul purpose of being exactly who you are, but in the way that is totally whole. Instead of dividing your mind, constantly trying to be something for somebody else, you do it all for yourself and for other people. As a result, when you do things authentically for the love of you, everybody benefits. So go on and take your liberties. Set your soul loose on that open road and go to the beat, 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 to the beat of your drum.
Jesse, go ahead, girl. You gotta sing. We always enjoy you so much when
Aw.
you share with us musically. And Eugene, boundaries build bridges. That's something for me to remember. So, um, and cultivating our authenticity, we can't ask for much more than that. So, I just want to share that I'm hopeful that you all can join us this Saturday as we continue to vision this CSL Greater Baltimore as a 24-hour spiritual facility that serves as a community hub. We want to offer people a wide variety of services so that each person awakens to their spiritual magnificence. So this Saturday, we're coming together, cultivating transitions so that we can create this new community hub. So at this time is the time for conscious spiritual investing. And we're reminded in service now that practicing this law of circulation is the only way we support our spiritual center. So where we're spiritually fed is also the place where we still have to support running a business, the daily workings, soon to be rent and maintenance for our new home at CSLGB. So as we give of ourselves, of our time and talent and treasure, here's the way that we can manifest our conscious spiritual investing. So, how do we do this? We have several ways via PayPal at CSL Greater Baltimore, Givelify, where you download an app and give through that through text messaging and the postal mail. And if there's a certain place within CSL Greater Baltimore that you would like your tithes and offerings to go, for example, the Emergency Care Fund or the New Building Fund, or the emergency. I need to redo the script. We have the emergency fund and the compassionate care fund as well. So you can designate in PayPal where in the notes section, or you can put a memo in your check. You can text Sue Monahan and she will explain. You can contact her, and her email is here on the slide, Sue at biwt.com. And if you don't desire a specific portion to go anywhere, you can trust that our board of trustees are as excellent stewards who continue to determine where and how our financial resources are best served for the CSL Greater Baltimore community and beyond. So for more information, you can go to cslgreaterbaltimore.com/give. So if you could join with me, and if you are so aligned, and I hope you are, because we believe that this circle that we're creating together um, is going to circulate and continue to circulate and to bring more and more into this consciousness of beauty and love and abundance and financial wealth. So together with me, let's say it together as a community and declare, I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. And so, if you would like the practitioner on duty to pray with you, you can join us via Zoom right after service. You can go to our website, cslgreaterbaltimore.org, and find the link there and type chat. And type prayer into the chat room. So thank you so much for joining us today. You're awesome because you are divine light and love itself. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to turn us over to Eugene D. Holden, esteemed practitioner of distinction, for our closing prayer. Thank you again, Eugene, for such a beautiful message.
You're welcome, Dana. Thank you. I'm so honored to be of service in this way. And just a reminder, two reminders. Come on over to the Zoom room for fellowship afterwards. And if you want to, receive a prayer, I will be the one doing the prayer because Frank Mastores has other things that he must attend to. So that's the first thing. The other thing is this. This is a reminder from Brene Brown. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. Let's pray. And so it is in this awareness, in this moment, that I recognize that there is one power, one presence, one life. Yes, I know that it's called by many names. Sometimes it is called God. Sometimes it is called Yahweh. Sometimes it is called Allah. Sometimes it is called Krishna or Olodumare or great grandfather. It doesn't matter what it's called. What matters is that we call it forth into this conscious awareness, recognizing that it is at the very center of all of life. Recognizing that it is at the very center of all of life, I know that it is at the center of my life. For I know there is no place I can go where this which I call God is not. For I am created in that spiritual image, spiritual likeness, out of the nature of the divine itself. And as I know this to be the truth of my life, then this must be the truth of each individualized expression tuning in today or tomorrow or the next day. You see, right where we are, God is. The infinite intelligence is. Love is. And so, it is in my awareness of our oneness in this thing that I call God that I speak this word on behalf of everyone. I call forth divine right action that's happening in divine right timing and order, and it must result in divine right outcome. I speak this word for the willingness and the courage to live from our authentic selves, cultivating that authenticity, being who we are here to be, letting go of everything else. We are here to be ourselves because everybody else is taken. And so I know that as we stand boldly in the divinity of our being, we are guided and directed to experience only the highest and the best. And for this, I give great thanks. It is from this passionate place of thanksgiving, this passionate place of gratitude, that I release my word into the awesome and dynamic activity of love and law. You see, I know that as I release this word into the law has no choice. It cannot help itself. It has no other recourse. It must take these words and mold them and shape them, design them, create them, and then return them unto us, not void or empty, but absolutely and completely fulfilled, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowingly fulfilled. And so fulfilled, we lovingly allow it to be. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen. Peace and blessings, everyone. Have a beautiful week.